and I hope you enjoy it and get a lot out of it. So you have 15 minutes, Deb tells me, to do the forms and get your entries in for the tickets, and then she'll do her fancy schmancy randomizer thing at the end. You get tickets for every $1,000. You get tickets for promoting someone. You get tickets for recruiting people. And then there's the book for Want No More. You get tickets for each week that you did for bookings. All right, so first up, can I just go into training? Are you good? Okay, so first up, Janie was going to train on a concept that Mary Grace talked to us about at one of our firesides. Janie's not able to be here tonight, so I am Janie Sands right now. And Mary Grace, shared an idea from her past company where when people were getting ready to promote, they would do some big, huge promote party where the consultant would invite everybody and their sister to come. They would invite their current team members, people that they would love to be on their team, customers, hostesses, their family, everybody and everybody. And she said she would have them invite at least 100 people. Then they would do this really big party to basically kick off and launch this person promoting. So we were brainstorming at Fireside, and obviously for every branch promotion and area promotion, we can't do these 100 people parties. So we tried to chunk it down and just make that idea just a little bit smaller. And we took some of her ideas and we came up with, we would do a little bit similar where we would do a dinner party to launch everybody just personally within the team. The fashion director is going to branch and the branch is going to area, just to make them feel special and have a nice dinner. So Janie just did one at her home, I think last week, and she said it went incredibly well. And then I did one last night with my team. So I'm going to tell you about mine. I just invited everybody who is interested in promoting to the next level, whatever that level was, and I am a team full of fashion directors and branch managers, so a fairly new team. And we all sat around and had a very nice dinner with drinks and talked about what they needed to do. And we kind of went around the table and chunked it down for each one of them individually. So if you're having a bigger dinner party, maybe you're not able to do that, but mine was 4 people and then myself, so we were able to get very, very personal with each and every one of them. And then after dinner, I gave them each a little handwritten note from me, just explaining and congratulating them and telling them how proud I was. And then they got a blingy gift from me. And it was just basically a really exciting launch for them. When I have any areas going to division and divisions going to senior, then that's when I'm going to incorporate the big party where we invite a ton of people like Mary Grace recommended. Now that we've done the dinner party and the kickoff, what I'm doing is weekly calls with my girls to check in to make sure that everything is going according to plan, or if there are any bumps in the road that we conquer those together. Because I believe that you should never give up. I think we all believe that. So just getting over those humps, because there's always humps in the road. And then I am doing something a little bit different. Tammy Christensen on our mastermind call had invited me to use this app. And I think Valerie Reaver was actually talked to about it at convention, but it's called Marco Polo. And basically what it is a video messaging app. So you do need to download it to use it, and then you need to have your team download it to be able to use it as well. But then once you connect them, they will actually show up on your welcome page, and you can create groups for your team. You can create groups for those maybe promoting to branch. You can create groups for people promoting to area. And my daughter just said it's kind of like Snapchat, but saved videos. So you can actually video message everybody, and then they can watch it at their leisure, and they can actually message you back. So I'm going to use that for all my girls promoting, to send them information, send them where they are, if they want to ask questions, but sometimes it's way more personal to be in front of each other when you're asking questions and rooting people on than it is via text and personal message and on the phone. So I'm going to show you an example of that, but that's how I'm going to use the Marco Polo app that I'm getting ready to show you. I'm going to use that to keep communication going with my team, but also to use it during this promotion and keeping them excited about promoting, especially during the In the Bag contest with Park Lane. So will you help me? Okay. So to download the Marco Polo app, it looks like a beach ball. Can you see it? Go closer. Sorry, she's giving me hand signals and I'm not good at this yet. So it's this one right here. Can they see it?
Looks like a what?
A beach ball?
Yeah. Down toward me. There we go. Right there.
So that's what it looks like if you download it from the App Store. Once you download it and you add your contacts in, it's going to look like this. Okay, I know. Kate's laughing at me. Okay, so I want to show you an example of what I sent to one of my girls earlier today.
Hi, Kim. I just wanted to send you this quick little video to tell you congratulations, and I'm super, super excited for you to promote to branch manager. You're doing a great job, and I cannot wait to officially announce it once all the numbers are in.
Oh, Beth, that was super sweet. Thank you. I'm excited too.
So that is basic, a basic Marco Polo training session. There you go. So that's just some of the things that we're working on here in St. Louis. And now I'm going to have Kim Lake start training. She is not here in person, so she is going to be talking via her microphone. So let us know if you can hear her or if you can't hear her. So Deb can handle that. She's going to talk about two topics. One is a Zoom meeting training concept that we worked on, and then she has another topic to talk about.
Can you guys hear me? It's Kim Lake. Okay, good. I see the comments popping in. Yes. Ooh, that's a lot. Hello, leaders. I am excited to share with you all a training that Senior Division, Bev Austin, Division Leader Janie Sands, and I have been doing with our teams. Let me start by saying that working with my fellow leaders in the area that I live in is an asset to my business and leadership. I highly recommend working with like-minded leaders to learn from each other, grow as leaders, and grow a friendship that might not have been there. I enjoy the accountability partnership as well. Towards the end of 2016, we were brainstorming on an effective way to help reach our teams weekly without having to ask them to leave their home and families. We wanted to be able to give them something more from us as leaders. We tossed around a couple of ideas and decided that we wanted to know what they wanted or needed to be trained on or learn more and about. Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Thank you. We tossed around a couple of ideas and decided that we wanted to know what they wanted or needed to be trained on or learn more about, and that we wanted to give them the opportunity to have time for an open question and answer session each week. This is how our Zoom trainings began. Each of us as leaders asked our teams what they wanted to learn more about. Bev, Janie, and I compiled our lists from each of our teams and came up with a plan. We decided, since this was a test run, we didn't want to overwhelm our teams or ourselves. We decided on a 6-week time frame and a day of the week that worked for the 3 of us and our teams. It happened to be a Sunday, and we decided that 30 minutes was sufficient to reach out to our teams with this plan. Remember those lists of questions we asked for from our teams? We took 6 of the questions and decided that each of us would do trainings on each topic or question. We did it in a rotation pattern. So week 1 was Bev, week 2 was Janie, and I did the 3rd week, and so on. We each did 2 sessions. Even though it may not have been our night to train, we were still present on the call. We set trainings up for 30 minutes max, and we broke it into 2 parts. The first 15 minutes was spent on the topic or training, and the last 15 minutes was spent with a question and answer session. The question and answer session could be on anything, either the topic we just trained on or any other topic. It was an open forum. Each leader was responsible for researching their topic and facilitating the Zoom training. They also handled the question and answer session for the second half of the call. Topics we trained on were as follows: bookings and words to say to obtain bookings, gathering or getting customers outside of our realm, how to initiate events at salons and boutiques, and flash sales along with social media. When we presented this to our teams, we let them know that this would be a series of 6 Zoom trainings, 1 a week for 30 minutes, and that they would not be recorded. If they wanted to be on the trainings, they needed to be live on the Zoom. Those who took part in 4 or more of the trainings would be invited to an exclusive luncheon with swag bags, lunch treated by their leader, and a special guest. Each leader took attendance of their own teams so they could know who to invite to the luncheon. Our training encompassed 4 Sundays in January and 2 Sundays in February. Our luncheon was this past Saturday, March 4th. We had 9 team members earn the luncheon, swag bags, and to get time to spend with our special guest. While at the luncheon, we asked them what they liked about the Zoom training or what their favorite part was. Each one had their own favorite. Then we asked them to share something they're excited about or that they're working towards or on in their business. This sparked questions from other team members who were curious what they were talking about. For example, one person mentioned they were teaming up with an animal shelter to do a fundraiser, and someone asked, well, how do you do a fundraiser? So we dove into it a little further, but it was a great learning experience all around. I'm certain you're curious who our special guest was. We asked Mary Grace to be our guest, and so thankful she took the time out of her schedule to spend time with our team members who earned this luncheon. Now, I'm not certain that Mary Grace would pop up all over the U.S. to go to lunch with everyone. However, a few ideas of who you could invite to be your special guest are leaders that you admire and respect, or someone you feel is motivational and inspiring. It doesn't have to be someone from Park Lane. We've asked our team if they would like to do another batch or round of Zoom trainings, and yes was their answer. Now that our teams and I have a feel, and along with Bev and Janie as well, on how this works, we plan to set up another batch or session. But we want to incorporate some of our team members on Zoom trainings and have them train on topics as well. I hope you found this informative, and I can't wait to hear how you implement this into you and your team's interaction. Don't be afraid to reach out to fellow leaders, even if they're a different title than you or they're on another team. That's the end of the Zoom training. Did anybody have any questions?
Hey Kim, you can go ahead and go into your next topic when we know no one has.
Okay, got it. So the second thing that I am going to be sharing with you guys is just a little snippet about doing a hostess appreciation event. Hostess appreciation events are a great way to get in front of your past hostesses again. If you have attended one in the past or even held your own, it's a very fun and unique way to spoil your hostess and shower them with goodies. The hostess appreciation events that I have attended in the past were hosted at my leader's home. Some other hostess appreciation events that I have heard of have been held out and about at restaurants. I invited my past hostesses to attend, and my team invites their past hostess to attend. Once they arrive at the event, of course, we offer drinks and snacks, typically something light like wine and cheese. We took time to visit with our past hostesses, meet other team members, hostesses, and of course mingled with other fashion directors and leaders and their hostesses, as well as my leader. Then each past hostess was to draw one number from a bowl. Then once everyone had a number, we all went to an area where there was a table that had Park Lane boxes or pouches laid out on the table. And we played a simple game of Rob Your Neighbor. And each hostess was given the opportunity to either pick up a box or pouch off the table. They could not see what was in each box or pouch, or they had the choice to rob or steal from someone else who already opened a pouch or box. They each got a piece of Park Lane to take home as a token of our appreciation for them. Plus, during the mingling that took place during the event, where we had wine and cheese, there was a lot of buzz from seeing the new collection that reps were wearing, and most of the hostesses rebooked another showing. This is a really cool way to reach back out to your 2016 or your 2015 hostesses and shower them and spoil them and let them know how much you appreciate them by gifting some new sparkle and the opportunity, of course, to rebook with you. I love this unique format because you have a chance to mingle with those who were exclusively a past hostess of yours or someone on your team's past hostess. We really want to be in front of them as often as possible, and this is a great tool to do so going into 2017. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. If you guys have questions, you can post them on the webinar chat. We will be posting the topics for our Zoom sessions. Where should we post those? In the exec group, and then they can be shared out to everybody. And Kim can share her notes on the hostess appreciation in there as well. Thank you so much, Kim.
Yeah, and I would have them post their questions in the chat, and then I will relay the questions on and who sent them, and then Kim or you or Janie, one can respond to the questions.
Okay, if you didn't hear that, Deb said if you have questions about the Zoom session, to just go ahead and post them in the live chat, and then she will compile those, and we'll answer those, and then we can post those in the exec page so everybody can learn from it. So thank you so much again, Kim Lake. And now we are going to hear from Julie Stanley, and we're just going to check our connection to make sure we can hear her, and if not, then we're going to be calling her all together. How fun. Julie, are you there?
Julie, did you unmute?
So while we're waiting to see if that's going to work, she's going to train on booking and the recruiting concept that Mary Grace just did at our new line reveal right after we got back from convention. Does she need me to call her?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second, ladies.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you. Okay, hang on 1 quick second. Okay, so
Okay,
talk and let's
know.
make sure that they can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. This is Julie Stanley from St. Louis. I'm just going to cover real quick the information on when we hosted the fashion show with Mary Grace after the new catalog was launched. We did a red type theme for the American Heart Association fashion show where everybody dressed in red. We did a 50-50 this time for the fashion event, and then we donated part of the proceeds back to the American Heart Association. I was really excited because I'm going to admit I didn't have a ton of people coming to this event. It was just bad timing. But I did reach out to some people, and
with the help of the bling boards that we do at all of our events, and we always touch on, obviously, recruiting seeds, I did get some bookings and a recruit. So what we focused on as far as bookings go, it was a cute idea. Carrie had made a board with 50 hearts on there, and we didn't number them or anything like that. And then throughout the fashion show, Mary Grace talked about the hearts and obviously would throw in some booking seeds and things like that. And then as people would go up and take the hearts, if there was maybe 10 hearts left, she would keep saying, oh, I only have 10 more left. And it kept getting people to go up and get the hearts. So I know we had, I think, over 200 people there. And with the bling board, I believe we got 50 bookings. So basically, what Mary Grace did is she would stress that if all 50 hearts were taken, then each person would also go be able to get an Andrea necklace, which I thought was amazing. So she went on to all the specific details about the amazing offer that Park Lane was doing right now, with where some of them were going to be replaced with diamonds. So that was huge as far as our bookings went, because we did get over 50 bookings. As far as the hearts go, like I said, they were not numbered, but she did different things for those. And at the end, I know we took all of the hearts and put those in like a cup or a vase or something like that. And basically, she drew one lucky person, and one of those people out of the 50 also got a $500 shopping spree. So if you have not been taking advantage of any events with Mary Grace or your uplines, I strongly suggest doing so. They have been amazing with all of our business, I know. And even if it's just one person come to the event, because it can make a huge difference. That one person could end up, booking or recruiting. So that's what we did as far as the booking information went. And then as far as the recruiting went, I believe we had close to 30 recruits. And what she did is, we talked about everybody that booked a show. She put, I think it was 30 boxes at the end of a table, and basically told them all that now that you've decided to have your own personal showing, you can make the decision if you wanted your Park Lane director that invited you to the event to make the paycheck, or you could have the paycheck yourself. So she dropped lots of recruiting seeds, talked about what an extra $1,000 could do for you. And so people would go up and take the boxes, but nobody could open the boxes until the very end of the fashion show, which was great because everybody was dying to know what was inside the boxes. And then what Mary Grace did, and I know not everybody can do what she always offers, but she didn't put actual money in there. She put on the little cotton insert that goes in there, like somebody would get $50, one person would get $100, 75, whatever it was, but the actual money was not in there. But then everybody got to open the boxes, and we ended up getting over 27. So you don't have to do the cash. I mean, there's so many different things you could do as far as like HRCs or jewelry. But it was a very successful fashion show. I would definitely suggest doing a bling board. We've always done those since I started over 5 years ago. And it's been always very successful for our teams in St. Louis. And that is it.
Thank you so very much, Julie. I appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm going to hang up, and then if anybody has any questions, I'll have them put it on Deb's chat, and then we can send them to you. Thanks, bye. All right, so that's how Mary Grace did the bookings the last time, and then how she did how she spun the recruiting into that. It was really, really cool, like Julie said, the way she used her words and just romanced the fact that your booking can be your decider show. And throughout the night, just like Julie said, she would say something like, at your show, you can decide, is the consultant going to get the paycheck or are you going to get the paycheck? And a lot of people grabbed the box, and then a few of them, I had to sit down and explain to them, okay, this is what the box means. because they already did their heart for the booking to be in that drawing and get the Andrea necklace. But then I had to explain to them, well, this means that you are deciding that your show is you're going to get the paycheck versus your consultant. And every single one that I talked to was like, yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do. So it was just really, really cool how it was not high pressure, and it just kind of happened. So think about planting those seeds at your event and romancing it throughout the night and then having some big finale at the end. On our mastermind call last week, we talked about this and how, you know, if you're not Mary Grace, maybe you can't do the 50, 100, 500, but you can do other steps of things. Maybe one is a signature bracelet or, you know, HRCs or whatever it is. Make it to where you can do it and make it a success. So that's really cool. Thank you, Julie, for that. Okay, so now we are going to start recognition. And Mary Grace said we do we're going to recognize everybody who did 2,500 in personal sales and up. So coming in at number, can they hear me okay? Is everything okay? Okay. Coming in at number 25 with, oh, I do want to apologize for chopping anybody's name. I am terrible at pronouncing names, so I am so sorry in advance. Okay. Okay. I'm supposed to go slower. Okay, so coming in with $2,508 in sales for the month of February, Kim Osterreich. Hey, Kate, you want to do a one clap? You want to be the one clapper? Perfect. Okay. Coming in number 24 with $2,528, Susan Myers. We are a mess over here. Coming in at number 23 with $2,568, Amy Kowalski. Coming in at number 22 with $2,576, Mary Chiarella. Coming in at number 23, I've already lost count because I deleted Mary Grace. $2,599, Jeanette Trobe. Coming in next, $2,659, Brenda D. Decker. Next, $2,758, Nancy Anderson. $2,772, Lisa Pirelli. I think this is number 17, maybe, $2,780, Amy Faust. Next in line, $2,914, Janie Sands. Beating her by $26, $2,940, Carrie Rippey. Now we're in the 3,000s with $3,095, Melinda Chatham. Chatham, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. You guys can pronounce my name Austin if you want. Coming in with $3,115, Sammy Kildow. I'm so sorry. $3,190, Nicole Ryerson. Coming in with $3,274, Hockey Jewels Inc. I'm so sorry, I don't know who that is. Coming in at number 9, I believe, $3,430, Nikki Hereford. $3,504. Oh, there's a tie. Oh, so $3,504, Misty Peterson and Shine On Team Inc. With $3,578, Kimberly Connolly. Now we're in the 4,000s. Thank you for clapping. $4,852, Lainey Rosbarski. $4,984, David Meenan. Now we're in the 5,000s. $5,175, Emily Reese. Number 3, $5,961, Bev Austin. Now in the 6,000s, number 2 spot, $6,798, Tammy Christensen. And number 1 in individual top sales for the month of February, not counting Mary Grace, $9,521, Debbie Pendergast. And the number to beat to get a new pair of shoes totaling $250 or less would be Mary Grace Lewandowski's $14,404. All right, now we are going to do the top 3 in each category. So top 3 fashion directors, it's individual sales. Number 3 at $2,348, Andrea Zill.
Clap.
Number 2 with $2,772, Lisa Pirelli. And number 1 for fashion directors in February, $3,578, Kimberly Connolly. Congratulations. All right, branch level. The top 3 in group sales. Coming in at number 3 with $4,307, Catherine Engelken. Engelken. I'm so sorry. You guys can fire me. I'm coming in at number 2 for group sales at branch manager, $4,527, Misty Peterson. Coming in number 1 for group sales at the branch director level with $5,653, Gianna Prandini. I'm so sorry. Congratulations. Then the top 3 individual sales for branch managers. Coming in at number 3, $2,198, Trisha Roche. Coming in at number 2 with $2,241 in individual sales, Kim Bowman. And coming in at the number 1 spot for individual sales at the branch director level with $3,504, Misty Peterson. Congratulations. It feels so weird being the only one clapping.
I'm busy. I'm clapping, but I'm busy.
Deb is answering stuff.
Hold on.
And Kate has one arm.
Yeah. Okay. She asked me to do the clapping.
All right, area managers, here we go. So the top 3 in group sales, coming in at number 3, $5,945, Melinda Cheatham. Yay. Coming in at number 2, $6,631, Lisa Kenny. Coming in the number 1 spot for group sales at area manager level, with $11,006. Holy cow, that's a lot. Sammy Kildo.
Wow.
That's amazing. Great job. All right, individual sales, top 3 at the area manager position. Coming in at number 3 with $3,095, Melinda Cheatham. Coming in at number 2 with $3,115, Sammy Kildo. And coming in the number 1 spot for individual sales at area manager, we've heard her name many times over the months, $4,852, Lainey Rusbarski. Congratulations. Do your one hand clap, Kate. Good job. All right, now we are on to the division manager level. Group sales, coming in at number 3 with $11,575, Janie Sands. Woo. Coming in at number 2 with $13,571, Nicole Hereford. Congratulations, great job. And coming in at the number 1 position for group sales at the division level with $14,404, Kim Lake. Congratulations, ladies. All right, individual top 3 sales at the division level. Coming in at number 3 with $3,430, Nicole Hereford. Congratulations. Coming in at the number 2 spot, $4,984, David Meenan. And coming in at the #1 individual spot for division managers is with $5,175, Emily Reeves. Congratulations. All right, senior division level. Coming in at #3 for group sales is $13,762, Kim Osterreich. Coming in at the #2 spot with $35,019, Davina Messick. It's probably all those personal appointments she booked with the Dunkin' Donuts. All right, and coming in at the #1 spot for senior divisions with group sales, the person I want to be when I grow up, with $43,829, Jacinta Devlin. Congratulations. Okay, the top 3 in individual sales for the senior divisions. Coming in at #3 with $3,283, Maria Hakeley. Coming in at #2 with $5,961, Bev Austin. And coming in with the #1 spot for individual sales as a senior division with $6,798, Tammy Christensen. Congratulations. All right, now we are at the VP level. Coming in at #3 for group sales with $22,657, Hockey Gems Inc. Congratulations. Coming in with at #2 with $23,957, Jennifer Benda. And coming in at the #1 spot for group sales for vice president with $34,229, Jennifer Horton's group. Congratulations. And then the top 3 in individual sales for vice presidents, coming in at #3 with $1,959, Jennifer Bond. Coming in at the #2 spot with $2,253, Shelly Andros. And coming in at the #1 spot for vice presidents for individual sales with $2,576, Mary Chiarella. All right, ladies, I think I didn't mess this up too awfully bad. You will see Mary Grace's face next month. And now we are going to do the winners. There's going to be 4 winners, and each one of these winners is going to get $250 in bling from the real Mary Grace, not her stand-in. And I believe you would be telling Carrie your picks, not me and not Deb, right? Is that correct? Okay, so the first, and this is from the tickets, the forms that you guys fill out before the meeting or right when the meeting starts. So the first $250 in bling winner is
Tiffany Nicole.
Tiffany Nicole. Congratulations. Get with Carrie with your picks. $250. I assume it excludes Hostess Only, but I don't know the rules. Yes. It excludes Hostess Only. Sorry. Okay, and the second winner of $250 in bling from Mary Grace is
Terry Butke.
Terry Butke. Congratulations. The third winner for $250 in bling from the fabulous MG is
Carrie Rippey.
Carrie Rippey, you need to split that with me. Congratulations. All right, and the last winner of $250 in bling from Mary Grace is
Misty Wheelock.
Misty Wheelock. Congratulations. So ladies, get with Carrie. I assume emailing her is probably the best bet. If you guys do not have her email address and need it, you can comment and Deb can send that to you. I think most of us have it though. And then for the book 4, Want No More, we will be holding. The winner gets a $100 check or cash from Mary Grace, I believe. I could have just made that up. What else do you want me to give away of Mary Grace's? I'm on hold so I can give away a bunch of stuff. Ooh, let's give away a car. Do you think Paul would like that if we gave away a car on Mary Grace's dime?
Okay, hold
Okay, she's doing her little randomizer thing. She never picks me, so I think it's probably broken, but. So the book for Want No More gets $100 in cash, or if you're not in St. Louis, you'll get a check, I assume. Or I guess if you're going to Hawaii, she could bring it there. How many are going to Hawaii?
They're all raising their hand.
Yay! I can't wait. My daughter said today it's supposed to snow in St. Louis on Saturday. I don't know if that's true or not, but that stinks. Who's the winner? She's got the winner. She doesn't want to say. So it's probably not me.
It's not you.
It's probably her.
It's no one in this room. It
Okay.
is Hillary Crainer.
Hillary Crainer, $100 in your pocket from Mary Grace. Congratulations. I assume Deb is going to tell her the winner. Is that true? Okay, so are we done?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful month in March. Remember, Mary Grace wants this to be our first $1 million month, right? $1 million month in sales, so do your part. Every order counts. Every dollar, every $100, every recruit, everybody on board. The more that work, the less we have to do. So I will see all of you who are going to Hawaii in Hawaii. Everybody else, I will see you really, really soon. Bye.